Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity 2. We're going to take a little break from the main quest, but first, Tekēhu wants to talk to us.
Ukaizo. We are actually going to Ukaizo.
Not right away, but eventually.
The tribes will look to me to bridge our past and our future. A heavy responsibility, I say.
This should empower you, not paralyze you.
For the praise they showered on Ngati's chosen. Until now, it all seemed an empty gesture. Never a promise that I could fulfill.
Really?
I was the toast of Neketaka. But all of that is behind me. I must turn away from delights and think of the tribes. Ukaizo will show us the way. The tribes will find themselves again. I would discover what our ancestors forgot. The Covenant is more important than ever.
The tribes are unified but vulnerable. Ukaizo could make them strong again.
I will give it thought. There is time enough for that, at least. Ukaizo should be the discovery of our lifetime. With the trading companies and the Principe ready to descend on each other, I wish the island had kept its secrets a while longer.
Yeah. Let's surrender to the sensation.
It pains me to see my boy so conflicted. Questions tear at his heart, and the ache reaches me even here. If you continue to encourage him, his life will grow more complicated. He will be the savior his people want. Someone to drag their past into the present.
Okay.
Empires have fallen since I favored the Huana with power and wisdom. How they wield it is their choice. Just see that my boy comes to no harm.
We'll do what we can, Andre.
There is much to consider, and little time to decide our course. I fear that we will see the path before us before we are ready to walk it. My thoughts swim in deep waters, Captain. The problems of the Deadfire were never simple. Now they have grown too many tentacles by far.
Fair enough.
Is there still time for us? The captain and the handsome fish?
I'll take care of you, I'll take care of you, Tech, but we'll make time.
Then ignore my worries, I say. Ngati would not have us wallow in concern. Considering all that vies for our attention, I wondered if I could indulge you in a diversion.
What are you up to, Tekēhu?
I say we are both overworked, poorly rested, and deserving of an evening to ourselves.
Indeed.
Arrangements have been made in the Wild Mare. I wondered if you would join me.
Arrangements? I'm intrigued. Let's go. Let's see where this takes us.
Akira, wonderful, I say. To the mare, then.
All right. Looks like we're going to the Wild Mare. I don't remember where the Wild Mare is. Is that the... That's not around here, right? I'm wanting to say... These are all like estates and stuff. I'm wanting to say... That's the tavern in Queen's Birth. If I remember correctly. So let's go there. Wild Mare, yes, that's it. Pursuit of the letter, preparing the seal of Valiant Trading Company, and Flan Eti's terrible handwriting. Watcher, I hope this message finds you in good health. We've made our adjustments to the machines and we're ready to make another attempt at your transportation. Please you make your way to the spire as soon as you are able. I believe we'll have it this time. Your partner in discovery, Flon Ete. Okay, so that's one of the side quests that we were waiting for them. They figured out a way to try to go into the gods' realms and then kind of use that as a fast travel mechanism is the plan. We've been waiting some time for that to be an option.
Well, Captain, here we are.
We are. Let's talk.
This is paradise, I say. Second only to the guild for introspection.
Oh, is it now?
I secured us a room, Captain. Some privacy.
All right, well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Kara, but reel in your nets a moment. I feel I must explain my intentions.
Hey, you haven't exactly left me in the dark.
At least I have not frightened you off with my chatter. Setting aside my carnal compulsions, you deserve to know why I have pestered you with tales of my antics.
Okay.
The feathered godlike from Neketaka? The children of Amira and Ngati were too evenly matched. I sought difference and found only a mirror.
Interesting.
Is it wrong to want disparity? To hope for a partner greater than you?
Not in the least, I don't think.
My strong Hazanui? Our coupling was diplomacy, a chance joining of competing powers.
Okay. So there was no passion but mutual respect.
Agreed. I was a tuna caught in her net. Taking your hand and leading you through my perversions, my failures, was not done for my ego alone, Captain.
You want me to give you something others couldn't? He considers this, pursing his lips and shrugs.
In the arms of a
Ooh,
lover,
boy.
I want to forget what I am to my people. I don't want to be cherished.
Interesting.
I want to vanish. I want to be squeezed and pushed and gobbled up until there is nothing of Tekēhu for his people to find.
Okay.
And I fear this will never happen.
All right. I can be that solace for you.
You can? Will you let me be in great need, wanting nothing more than to shrug off the weight of the archipelago and forget myself in your arms?
Only if you let me do the same. Being the Watcher of Cadnua is a heavy burden.
None of this is easy. We can only try to make it simpler for those we love.
That's right. Save it for the room, my fish.
Of course, Captain. Do not let me fall asleep unless I am by your side, wearing not the frown of a savior, but the smile of an innocent fool.
Never again, Tekēhu.
We will both sleep better for this, I am thinking. I will pat your brow when meddlesome spirits invade your dreams.
Wonderful. Smile returns to his face, and Tekēhu's ease and comfort with you. It feels different, warmer, and full of possibility.
We have a room, Captain. I plan on using it.
All right. Okay, it just automatically does it. I didn't know if I had to talk to the
Captain, that
barkeeper
was
just go.
exceptionally well done. You have worked yourself into a deserving rest.
Come on, you naughty fish. Let's be off.
Come, the sea air will do us both some good.
That was a pretty funny interaction. A little anticlimactic at the end, but that is what it is. You know, that's... I know they did in Baldur's Gate. They showed quite a bit, but this is a very different game. I didn't really expect them to have relationships at all. That's something Obsidian games a lot of times don't do, from what I've seen. What's this one? Okay, that's the skipping ahead. That's the overgrowth. We could try that Fighting that Kraken again. Burka's Folly, that one was one we were having a hard time with too. I think it's best, let's try this Beast of Winter, Honored Guest. Let's journey to Harbinger's Watch. See what that does for us. Get to the boat. I don't know, Beast of Winter, that sounds like that's a DLC, so I'm assuming this will be a DLC quest line. But we definitely want to gain some more levels. We were struggling at Mogren's Teeth. So, let's check our supply while we're here. Yeah, we're a little low on drink. Let's go ahead and buy 150 lager. That should even us up. That should be fine. It should give us plenty of supplies. Important missive from Captain Ferrante. My dearest Watcher, a god with an agenda to put things into perspective. Now more than ever, it is imperative that we commandeer the floating hangman, if only so we may chase Aethos to Okaizu. I've called a meeting with Kasangu Meskatos. Please sail to Dunnage and join us swiftly, as the winds will bring you. Okay, so is that a new quest? Steward would like to speak to me. Good grief, yeah, new quest approving. Ship management. Get this lager put in. Looks like we got 9 waters there. We'll throw those in. Oh, we had 44 ale as well. 25 rice. Let's throw those in there. I don't remember how to actually walk around on the ship. That's how you talk to the steward. What does this do? Toggle ship's name visibility. I don't see anything that's going to let me talk to the steward on the ship. Inventory. Rest or wait? Is that how I do it? Nah, it doesn't look like it. Sail health. How do I... Management. I don't see how I do that. So we're just going to move on for now. We're trying to go to Harbinger's Watch. There it is. Ooh, it's icy. Let's go with the original plan for now and see where it goes. What is this?
You find yourself in cold, suffocating darkness. There is a familiar weight in your hand. A lantern. It sputters to life, and the world shifts into focus. A staircase spirals endlessly below you. With nowhere else to go, you start down. A wave of blistering heat hits you. Then a sea salt wind. Divine voices boom and screech. Their words shake the platform beneath you, shake the very air around you. The gods are fighting.
Uh-oh.
Lay your blame elsewhere, Wodika. I won't suffer your arguments any longer.
Mogren looms large before you, an accusing finger leveled at the melted visage of Wodika. Wodika screws her mouth into a sneer.
You fool! If only we had attacked him when I first proposed it.
Accusations drip bitter as bile from her tongue.
I'll just wait till you're done.
Ah, if it isn't Bareth's intrepid little minion.
I didn't choose to be here. You guys summoned me. Like, you know that, right? Don't act like surprised that I showed up.
The pallid knight looks down at you, a frown etched deep in her otherwise statue-still features.
I am afraid we are not at our best.
That is clear.
The Watchers return. Perhaps we should hear what she has to say.
Helia's birds chatter anxiously among themselves. Wal's many eyes alight on each god in turn.
We make little enough progress on our own.
Progress? Are you planning something new?
We try, but agreement eludes us.
Andra's storm-dark eyes swivel to meet yours.
Fair enough.
Is there nothing we can do?
Magrin glances at the pallid knight from the corner of her eye. After a thoughtful pause, she speaks.
The time has come for us to seize the power we have long left untouched and absorb our scattered children.
I don't know if I like that.
Andra nods, her lure bobbing bright.
Terrible though it would be, perhaps you are right.
Yeah, didn't Margaret mention this once before?
I did, and I was scolded like a child for my terrible audacity.
A curl of steam rises from her nose. The pallid knight looks on, impassive.
Should we be killed, we may possess the bodies of our godlike children. Or should we face a force too powerful to stand against, we can absorb their souls, granting us additional strength.
You mean Pelaga and Tekēhu?
Helia's wayward daughter and Andra's precious son, yes. They would die. Them and thousands of others.
The pallid knight speaks with the chilly temperance, possessed only by the god of death.
Who's good? Yours?
We are your gods, forged of thousands upon thousands of willing souls sacrificed on the altar of progress. Yes, our good is greater,
I don't think so.
but the time for that plan has long passed us by.
Okay, good.
Are we to keep nothing for ourselves? Not a single secret retained? Not a solitary mystery?
Magrin elbows one of Wal's floating eyes away.
Aethys will lay bare our every secret soon enough. What is one or two revealed now? But we get ahead of ourselves. First, the Watcher must get to Ukaizo, and that will be a trial all its own.
Right, because I haven't had one of those lately.
Magrin smiles.
And more are yet to come.
The Guardian of Ukaizo has stood watch over that place for millennia. It will not stand aside, not even for Bareth's herald.
Okay.
Helia, who had been lost in quiet, anxious conversation with her birds, breaks in.
It yet lives.
Of course. Our progenitors crafted it.
A pair of Helia's finches come to join Wal's floating eye. They hover just out of Magrin's reach and swoop in to poke her when she's not looking.
That's so petty.
And the Watcher will be forced to reckon with it if she wishes to confront Aethys.
The birds at last linger too long, and Magrin slaps them away. They burst into a cloud of essence, then reform and fly in a screeching chorus back to Helia.
This Guardian is but one more thing that will fall before me.
Ah, there is that heady mix of kith ferocity and hubris Magrin so admires.
Go prepared, Watcher. The Guardian will not stand aside, not even for the Herald of Bareth.
Didn't you already say that? Won't Aethys take care of it?
It is not one of Gallowayne's mindless beasts. It has a heart and a mind, and it will throw neither away to oppose Aethys.
Gotcha. It's gonna let him on through, but I'm gonna have to fight to get there. Gotcha.
And Aethys will not fight the creature. It would prove little more than a distraction for him, especially as my tsunami and Magrin's volcano couldn't stop him.
Okay, so can't you guys just, like, get rid of it or tell him to stand down when I show up?
It is its own creature, Watcher. It does not listen to us.
Boy.
There is another topic we have yet to address.
The Pallid Knight holds up one gauntleted hand, and the other gods fall silent.
Tell me, Watcher, where do you stand? What do you think of Aothus's scheme to destroy the wheel?
I kind of don't understand what this all means. What will happen if Aothus destroys the wheel?
The Pallid Knight spreads wide her hands.
Think of the beyond as a reservoir, the in-between as storm clouds, and souls as rain.
Okay.
When a living thing dies, its soul enters the in-between. And when the in-between grows full, it releases souls into the beyond, where they wait to be redistributed to new bodies, new life. The wheel is the process by which souls are moved from the in-between to the beyond, from the rain cloud to the reservoir, and from the reservoir into the living world. Without the wheel to mediate the transfer and redistribution of souls, the souls of all who die remain in the in-between. And without souls to fill it, the beyond gradually empties, trapping all of the remaining souls in existence in the in-between. When the beyond is empty and the last creature on Eora dies, that is the end of everything. It is Rimergon's future, the one he wants for us.
Okay.
You begin to see our dilemma, I hope.
So we do need to stop Aothus?
Tell us, Watcher, where do you stand?
Oh boy, I don't know if they're lying to me though. But it doesn't feel like the act of a caring god to me.
And so many will suffer needlessly for it.
Kith will have a few generations at most before the beyond is vacant of souls, and adaptability is your greatest strength. Aothus believes you will succeed. An uncaring god would not have that faith.
The Pallid Knight knits her fingers together and regards you.
So he thinks we're just gonna figure out how to get more souls, or get the souls to replenish?
You would take his side? He destroys your wheel.
The Pallid Knight turns unblinking eyes on Wotica.
Put aside your childish notion of sides and open your eyes. You are made blind by your rage.
Aothus loves the mortals more than any of us. He has always been their greatest champion.
Okay.
He believes Kith will rise to his challenge. I am not so sure, but I look forward to watching them try.
How did Aothus fool you all? You're the most powerful beings in Eora.
He found our blind spot and exploited it admirably. By the time we even had a hint of what it was he intended, it was already too late to stop him.
If we still had our bodies, we could oppose him.
Wotica balls her bony hands into fists and glares long at Andra.
Do not lay your blame on me. We set them aside after I killed Abaddon, it is true, but you did not fight the decision then.
She turns her back on Wotica then, and looks instead to the Pallid Knight.
What if Aothus is right, and Kith succeed in rebuilding the wheel? What then?
We learn and grow as Aothus intends.
Wal's many eyes bounce and blink in quiet delight.
That would be quite amusing indeed.
And what if they fail? Then they die. And so do we. We have to help them.
Helia's voice rises, near to panic. Wotica drives her fist into her hand.
Help them? We should finally bring them to heel.
The Pallid Knight raises a hand and stares at Wotica until she falls silent.
Watcher, Aothus yet values your counsel.
The Pallid Knight's eyes bore into yours.
An impassioned plea from the Hound of Aothus may still temper his actions. Confront him at Ukaizo.
I'll try. I don't think he's gonna listen to me. I'm just a kid.
Never have I known Aothus to converse with a mortal as he does with you. Your opinions must matter to him a great deal.
The Pallid Knight's stern countenance softens.
Time moves swiftly away from us now.
The pallid knight spreads her hands before her.
Go, Watcher. Do what you must.
The edges of your vision begin to dim. Like a sun setting, twilight encroaches on your mind.
Wait, what happens if I fail to convince Aethys of anything?
You will not fail.
Oh, thanks.
The pallid knight conjures a blinding white light in her palm that swiftly grows to engulf the room. Then, the crack of thunder rends the air, and you feel the floor drop out beneath you.
Oh?
You come to flat on your back, staring at an all too familiar ceiling. Alone, once again.
All right. Well, this episode didn't go as planned at all. Nothing but distractions. But I'm on the boat, so I can talk to the stalwart.
Absolutely. Please
A moment of your
There we
time,
go.
Watcher, if you will.
Yes, steward, not stalwart, steward. Yes, steward.
Some of the hands discovered an unusual crate in the ship's hold.
How did a crate get under the ship unnoticed?
Unfortunately, the ship lacks the defensive fortifications of Cadnua. A crate could have been slipped aboard at any of our ports of call, assuming it wasn't placed among our goods as we took on supplies.
Okay, what kind of crate?
It is roughly a yard to a side and labeled beans. The hands who noticed it were tasked by the cook to bring up ingredients for the evening's stew.
No beans in the crate, then? A wave of affirmation rolls from the steward, the spiritual equivalent of a nod. All right, I'll go see what it is.
The hands left the crate in the hold if you wish to examine it.
Okay, and we leveled up. Excellent. We need that. Okay, where's this crate? Where's the hold?
Hey, Vela. I put on my boots the other day to find out they were full of crabs and seawater. You wouldn't know anything about that?
No, but I'll keep my eyes out.
This it? There we go. The sense of food, salt, spices, and drink mix with the stale odor of grass and the musky stink of rats and the ever-present fragrance of the sea. The Defiant rocks gently. You hear faint whispers, likely the quiet brushing of winds against the sails. Not far in, you find the crate in question. Its sides split by crowbars and the dry grass used as packing material spilled across the floor. Within stands an I can't say this word. Very neat crafted chest of some dark tropical wood. A polished visage peers up at you. Visage, not visage. A tremovite of wild animal faces in the swirling Juana style. The front of the chest bears an iron latch affixed to a complex iron mechanism that runs to the top four corners of the chest. You see no bolts or keyholes. Examine the latch. Failure. Okay. Examine the carvings. 3 animals. Yeah, failed again. Okay, well, we'll just open it up then, I guess. Zoctes knows wrinkles at the image. I reckon this might be a hunting god like Dwayne, but not exactly. You turn the latch to the right, a series of metal arms shift. The clasp holding it to the top of the chest come free, and you easily lift the lid. Laying within, cradled in the dry grass, is an Abada head. The molted flesh of its neck raggedly cut free from the rest of its body, wherever it might be. Oh, my. Zoti peers down at the grim carbo. I can't say I was expecting a head, not even a little. Wait, fetch me my lantern. As you peer down the head, you feel a strange prickling sensation along your skin. Soul energy rises from the crate, throbbing in the air in time with your beating heart. It begins to take shape before you.
The crew whispering bad things about you.
You can see me. It's really you then, the captain of the Defiance.
It's the Defiant, but yes.
Oh, this is fantastic. How satisfying it is to know one did not give one's life in vain. I come from the island of Kazuwari, and we need your aid.
What kind of aid do you need?
Kazuwari is an island where the most skillful hunters, the most hardened explorers, the deadliest warriors all gather to earn Tuamawai's favor.
Okay.
But Humaire, the island's caretaker, says the essence that sustains the island has sickened. Curdled, she called it. The animals, the trees, they all churn with anger and fear.
Have blights formed?
Yes! Humaire was right. She said you would understand.
Excellent.
We need a watcher. No one else can talk to souls, Humaire said. And souls are our problem. You're a watcher, right? The watcher. The one who died and lived again. Who speaks to the gods. That's the watcher we need.
More like spoken at by the more like spoken at by the gods.
I knew it. I knew Humaire wouldn't have lied. You will help, won't you?
I'll help if I can. What do you need me to do?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Speak to Humaire at Kazuwari, Watcher. She'll be able to better explain the situation than I am.
All right, where is Kazuwari?
Kazuwari's a huge island west of Hasango. It's pretty hard to miss, what with the high cliffs and waterfalls. There's one thing you should know. The faces of the hunt jealously control who enters and leaves the island.
Okay.
But there's a waterfall on the southern side of the island that will allow you to sneak in, so long as you're circumspect. I guess you should also know, the island's residents might not take too kindly to your presence if you're found. They're, prickly bunch.
Okay.
But I'm sure that won't be a problem for you.
So I'm gonna end up, like, just killing everyone on the island anyways when I inevitably get caught? Before you have a chance to respond to the spirit's warning, you notice Carson hovering nervously behind you. Did you need something?
No, you know, I just... Thing is, I might know something about that box there. A little more than something.
Okay, go ahead.
All I'm saying is, maybe you don't want to touch it. Maybe we tie a big rock to it and throw it overboard. Right now.
I need a little bit more than that.
It's a box with a dead man's head in it.
Actually, there's a spirit in the head, too.
Great. That's great.
Seem to know a lot about this. Why is that?
Maybe we should talk about it later. You seem to have your hands full.
Okay.
Hey, hello? I'm still here.
I'm aware.
Are you going to help us? We could really use the help.
Helping people who don't want my help sounds like fun.
They're really not so bad once you get to know them. They're almost nice. Well, no, that's a lie. But Humaire's all right. Once we've arrived, I can help you find your way into the heart of the island. You know, if you want me to. I wouldn't want to presume. In the meantime, I'll be here. Well, behind you, really, with the rest of the spirits following you around.
Oh, okay, excellent. All right, we got the proving quest.
Rehearse your story so you can say it without hesitating. I knew we were right to steal you from your home as a baby.
All right, well, none of this episode went as planned, but there's a lot going on. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get to all that stuff next time. Thank you all so very much for watching, and have a good one. I'm assuming we're getting all these new quests because we started a new act. Is probably the case.